Diane arrives at Carly's to talk about her case. Before they get to that, she asks Carly to catch her up. Carly reveals Nana and Sunny are getting married, causing Diane to choke on her coffee. Carly is happy Sunny is moving on, but she finds it appalling that it's with the woman who devastated her family. Diane says Sunny is a difficult man, and she's not optimistic Nina can handle a relationship with him. Carly doesn't have the energy to focus on Nina today. They get to Carly's case, and Diane says she has options, but she won't like any of them. After running over what happened, and Carly explaining she only wanted to help Drew and Michael, Diane says that SEC doesn't care about her motives, and both she and Drew are guilty. Diane says from a legal standpoint, Drew can say Carly acted without his knowledge, and he gave her no information. Carly says that would be a lie. Diane notes she can say Drew came to her and asked her to buy stock as a favor, without giving her knowledge. Carly refuses, knowing Drew wouldn't sell her out. Diane says there's another alternative. Diane says Drew is a high-profile get, and that SEC will be focused more on him. However, a corporate CEO is less important than, say, giving the feds information on Sunny, which she could make a deal for. Carly says she will never give up Sunny and asks what her other options are. Diane says she has none. Carly huffs that this is her mess, and if she has to pay for it, she will. Diane says she understands and heads out. At Alex's house, Sam arrives before Kristina to speak to her mom. Sam is worried about her sister, and Alexis is worried about Molly too. Confused, Sam asks what is going on with Molly, and if she should be concerned. Alexis assures her it's not life-threatening and thinks Molly will tell her soon. Alexis switches the topic to Kristina. Sam says the LGBT+ youth shelter Sunny is helping Kristina set up could do a lot of good, but she doesn't feel Kristina knows what she's getting herself into. Kristina, now played by Kate Monsey, appears on cue and says she's about to change Port Charles forever. She shows them the plans for the building she purchased, and she's hired a contractor to help her make some cosmetic changes. Sam thinks it sounds like a major renovation that will drive up her property taxes. Sam asks if she started fundraising yet, but Kristina hasn't, as she needed a plan to show before she could ask people for money. Kristina shows them the logo, which Alexis loves. Sam says she thinks it's premature to hire a graphic designer before hiring an accountant and registering as a nonprofit. Kristina asks if Sam doesn't believe in this project, or is it her she doesn't believe in? Sam assures Kristina that she believes in her in this shelter, but this is going to be difficult and she doesn't seem to understand that. Sam says she's going to need professionals on staff to help deal with these teens, so she needs to hire a psychiatrist. Kristina says she's getting there. Sam feels the order she's doing things is all wrong and doesn't know why Alexis isn't saying anything. Alexis says she's trusting in Kristina's vision and plans. Sam points out they've been here before, and Kristina has these great ideas and visions, and they don't work out because she never follows through. Kristina fumes at Sam and excuses herself to take a call from her contractor. Alexis thinks Sam came down on Kristina a little hard, but Sam says she's an adult and needs to know what she's getting into. Alexis agrees, but what can she say? Last time she butted in Kristina's life, she didn't talk to her for a month. Sam says she is proud of her mom for biting her tongue for once. Alexis says she's trying to get better. Sam thinks perhaps with Alexis' support, maybe Kristina can make this happen. At Molly and TJ's, TJ finds her getting ready for work and thinks she should take the day off. She says she's not sick, and she's sure as hell not pregnant. TJ tells Molly they can still raise and create a family together, but it just might not look like they thought. Molly doesn't want to talk about their options right now. TJ understands and wants to focus on her. He asks why she didn't tell him about the symptoms she's been suffering from. Molly says it's not like the pain was excruciating, but TJ says she was still in pain. He asks why she hid this. Molly says she wasn't hiding, she was dealing with it. Molly says she's always had painful periods, and she thought it was normal. He doesn't understand why, if she's not feeling well, she didn't go to the doctor. Molly doesn't need him piling on the guilt as she feels guilty enough. She blames herself for ignoring her symptoms and not getting treated earlier, and now it's too late. TJ isn't blaming her, but Molly feels like she's let him down. TJ assures her she hasn't, and they are in this together. Molly tells her it's different when you are a woman, and she wanted to be able to give him this gift, one that other women do every day. Molly says to no, she can't. She needs time to come to terms with that. Molly says she needs to get to work and walks out. Later, TJ calls Molly and leaves a message. He doesn't like how their conversation ended, and he's sorry she felt alone in all of this. He tells her that he loves her and is here for her. Drew catches up with Curtis at Sunny's gym. They glove up to work out, and Drew tells Curtis about his troubles with the SEC and that he needs to find something to disarm Ned. He thinks Tracy is Ned's Achilles heel and needs to find dirt on her. Curtis offers his help, but Drew knows he has enough on his plate. The conversation shifts to Curtis. Curtis says his time in Greenland has him reevaluating a lot of things, including if he should have ended his marriage to Jordan. Curtis reveals they've been spending time together, and Jordan has admitted she still has feelings for him. He's wondering if he gave up on his marriage too quickly. Drew suggests before he reevaluates his relationship with his ex, he should figure out the status of his marriage. Curtis says Portia lied to him, and he owes her nothing. Drew points out he could be making the same mistake he did with Jordan again with Portia. Drew advises unless he can say for certain he doesn't love Portia anymore. Curtis cuts him off and says love or no love, it doesn't negate what she did. Drew feels it does affect his capacity to forgive. Drew knows he's in a tough spot and wishes he could help. Curtis says he has. At the hospital, Portia snags Jordan to thank her for helping to bring Trina home. She will forever be grateful to her. Portia also brings up what Jordan did to help her with the Oz Haggerty situation, and she is so sorry that she's just now realizing Jordan has been looking out for her family for a while now. Jordan tells Portia she has nothing to apologize for. Portia says she should have listened to her and told Curtis the truth. She asks Jordan if she were her. How would you save your marriage? She quickly retracts the question and says she's just been worried about Trina. Jordan can't speak about Curtis, but she can about Trina, and she needs to forgive herself for her mistakes. She says in time Trina will forgive her. Portia again thanks Jordan for being so amazing. Jordan stops her and says she's not the person she thinks she is. At Sunny's place, Nana wishes this feeling could last forever. But she is worried they shouldn't have publicly celebrated last night, as not everyone is going to be happy to learn they are getting married. There is a knock at the door, and Sunny says it's Ava dropping off Avery. Sunny doesn't want Avery to know about them until Ava knows. Sunny answers the door, and Avery runs in and gives Nina a hug. Avery almost immediately notices the ring on Nina's finger and recognizes it as similar to the one her mom used to wear. Sunny and Nina sit Avery down and tell her about their engagement. Avery asks if she can be a flower girl, and they say that can be arranged. Avery says this is the best news ever and gives Nina a hug. Avery rushes off to her room and plays on her tablet, and Nina asks Ava if she's not going to say congratulations. Ava says congrats and asks when Sunny proposed. They say it was last night. She asks if Carly knows because they better get ahead of Avery, who will be telling everyone. Sunny guesses he should go to Carly and talk to her. After Sunny leaves, Nina asks Ava what she really thinks. Ava says her relationship has been a ticking time bomb since she turned in Carly. Ava points out Carly and Sunny have been through the good and the bad for over 20 years. And as Sunny finds out she turned Carly and then it's over forever. Nina knows she's planted the seeds to blow up her relationships with Sunny and Willow. So she only has one option left. It's time for the gloves to come off.